What is up, you guys, and thank you once again for tuning in. I really appreciate the support as always. So today I'm gonna be playing some Crash Bandicoot. This the new Insane Trilogy that came out on PS4. It basically is the first three Crash Bandicoot games made by Naughty Dog. That were completely remade from the ground up. So yeah, I'm just gonna showcase like the first level, the first world of the original Crash Bandicoot game to show you guys how it looks, how it describe how it plays without spoiling too much. So yeah, let's get this going. So yeah, right off the bat, like you could tell, like it looks amazing. Like this is a true remaster. The controls still feel pretty much exactly the same. Like if you played it on the PS1. It feels like Crash, which is great. I remember playing this as a kid in my cousin's house, and Kevin, I'm giving you a shout out. That's a shout out for you, man. So yeah, he always had like the systems I didn't have. Like he had the PlayStation, I had the Super NES, he had the Genesis, I had the Nintendo, and this was one of the games he had, Crash Bandicoot, and I remember playing this at his place. Oh man, years ago when it first came out, and I was jealous that he had this game, and because just how it looked for its time, like the 3D effects, like I've never seen anything like it at the time, because I was still stuck on like Super Nintendo, Super Mario World, and whatnot. So this was groundbreaking when I first saw it, and when I first played it too, it was just fantastic. And I remember that's when I was like, damn, I gotta get a PlayStation. Like I want a PlayStation. Then games like Metal Gear came out, and Tekken and Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and just kept going from there. And then the other Crash Bandicoot games came out, which were made by Naughty Dog, like I said earlier. And this was like their first big hit. I am like, because I can't recall anything else being around that Naughty Dog made before this game. So yeah, this as you can see, like it still looks it just looks crazy. I just can't believe we're playing Crash Bandicoot like we did back on PS1 now in 2017, almost 21 years later. Okay, I know I missed some Wampa fruit, so like I'm just playing this just to show you guys how it looks. But yeah, it's they hardly changed anything to it. Like everything's is as is right now. Like even the menus, like the way they are, like the way the map looks, the way the soundtrack is exactly the same, like literally the same soundtrack, like which is great. They really kept the essence of the game, like they stayed true to it, and that's awesome. I One thing I don't remember is it being this hard. It's like in the like I already played through some of it. Like I'm on the third world on my personal save file, and man, like some of these levels, man, like I'm gonna probably be playing the level Hog Wild. That was tough. Like I took me like 15 tries to freaking complete it. Then there's this there's like the Temple Ruins level that I kept dying in, and then there's this other level I was talking to my friend about it. The Road to Nowhere. That's like a bridge. Oh man, I almost broke my controller. That's how mad I got. I was like, huh? And then I started thinking, I was like, I don't remember this game being this hard. Like, what happened? Like, is it just me getting old, or like, because I'm still pretty damn good in like other platforming games. It's just like this one's tough, and I'm not taking anything away from it. Like it's. I don't. I'm always up for a little challenge, always, because I still love hard games like Castlevania and Mega Man, but yo man, like this game is will test you if you let it. But it's awesome. Like for people who are just getting to know this series, I say you're playing the best ones, to be honest. Other than there was one that was on PS2, GameCube, and Xbox. The first one I came out on those systems when it launched. Um, those are pretty good because that's like the last game I remember at least that still felt like Crash Bandicoot. But yeah, I highly like if you're on the fence about getting this, even if you've never heard of Crash Bandicoot. Um, Definitely highly recommend it. The world's beautiful. The characters are awesome. Uh, this was definitely made for people that never that I mean people that played it back in '96. Like this, you know, this is Activision giving the gamers what they want, like the true fans of Crash Bandicoot, which is great. It's I'll take it. I'm not complaining. I bought this day one. Like I knew I was gonna buy it as soon as they announced it, and you get 3 games for $40. So that's like you could get you could also get it for cheaper via Best Buy's Gamers Club and Amazon Prime. So you could pay up to like $30 for 3 quality games that'll last you a while, especially if you're like a collector and you want to get everything. So I can't recommend this game enough. Right now I'm breezing through levels because it's like I died plenty of times already trying to beat them, so I'm like breezing through it. But yeah, out of the three, I'd say the best one that the one that I remember most and I enjoyed the most was part two, which was Wrath of Cortex, I believe. Yeah, Wrath of Cortex, I think. Um, that one was the best. I remember it vividly, getting the crystals and remember the polar bear level. Like it's a lot of memorable stuff in that game. And that seems to be the most favored out of the three. But let's see, here we go. I also like when Crash Bandicoot did stuff like this. Like they it was still a 3D world, but they did some 2D platforming, which was pretty cool. Another cool thing about the Crash Bandicoot history was that I always liked the commercials for Crash Bandicoot, and it's cool to see them do it for this game, like the old style Crash Bandicoot commercials with a guy dressed up in the suit in the Crash Bandicoot outfit, and I remember Crash Bandicoot calling out Nintendo. Like I think there was even a commercial that he was near Nintendo offices and he was calling out Mario. And it was just funny. Like they were trying to get some publicity for the PlayStation. Obviously, PlayStation was looking for its mascot, and for a while, Crash Bandicoot was PlayStation's mascot. At least it always, aligned with PlayStation. Like as far as I can remember, and he would call out Sonic the Hedgehog too. So I remember that. Like they found their mascot with Crash Bandicoot, so which is awesome. And he was cool looking too. Like the character design, I like him. He looks unique. He doesn't look too cheesy like whatchamacallit, what was that other mascot, like no offense, but like that Bubsy cat. I played the game like on Super Nintendo, and just that was just like a cliche looking character, but like Crash looked cool. Like he just fit in as the fact that it was like the first 3D, one of the first 3D games on a console system, like a first 3D platforming game that was on a console like this. Damn, I died. I'm probably gonna just skip these bonus levels, but it was cool for its time. It was good, man. Like this, I was genuinely jealous of my cousin who had Crash Bandicoot, and it pushed me to want to get a PlayStation. Of course, due to money reasons, I was a kid, I couldn't get it till much later, but I still managed to play them, during the PlayStation 1 era. This seems so long ago now, but yeah, like I highly recommend these games. This game, especially, like I'm playing this on a PS4 Pro right now, and I have a 4K television, and it looks even better. Like it's optimized for PS4 Pro. Um, just looks fantastic. I'm surprised. It's amazing how awesome of a job Activision did in remaking these games and making it feel like classic Crash. Like look at this level, like the boulder level. I always hated this. I will never I never understood like levels that have you running from something because you can't see what's in front of you. But that this was always tough. Like I wouldn't be surprised if I died once or something. But yeah, look at the animations. He has animations now, like facial animations. It's just so good. This is a remaster done right. Like just like this reminded me of like how they remade like Capcom remade Resident Evil 1 like on GameCube, and I was amazed by that. I was like, "Oh my goodness, like this feels like a new game, but it's literally like has the same aspects of the core game that it came from." So, good job to Activision. I hope this leads to there we go. I hope this leads to other remasters like not I very rarely do I condone remasters. I'm cool with it, but I'd rather see new content. Maybe this will lead them to make another game, like a new Crash Bandicoot game that feels like this. Like, you know, it shouldn't be that hard to make something similar to this. Like, look at what Nintendo's doing with Mario Odyssey. I haven't been excited for a Mario game since Mario 64, like a 3D Mario game. Like I haven't been excited like that. Like I mean I was excited for every Mario game that came out, but like Mario Odyssey looks awesome, and it looks like the style of like Super Mario Sunshine and Mario 64, and that those games are fantastic. Like I don't see why Activision can't do something like this, like remake Crash, not strike while the iron's hot, man. Like like announce it, make a new one, like. Especially now that people, this game has been sold out like on Amazon for like a week. Like actually the week it came out, my buddy was having trouble getting it, and his order kept getting delayed. So it's like, you know, obviously you have a hit on your hands, and people want this series to continue. You know, I know they try to make good games on like past systems like GameCube and Xbox 360 and PS3, but they left much to be desired. But this one's been selling good. Like, and people have been talking positively about it. Other than like the controls and it being a lot harder than I remember, it's fantastic. It's fun. I know it's a whole nostalgia trip too that's added to it, but this is fantastic, man. Like. It's got people talking and people want it. It's in high demand. So strike while the iron's hot. Start working on a new one. Maybe a continuation to the third Crash Bandicoot, like a true sequel. Do it, man. Do it. Let me just get this. Just get it, man. Like I would love a brand new Crash Bandicoot game for PlayStation. You know, like that'll be awesome. And just keep it. Because sometimes, you know, you gotta keep it simple. Just don't mess with what's already perfect. Like, I mean, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, leave it like this. Keep the same visuals, but just keep the same controls. Like, don't fix it. If people like it the way it is, just leave it alone. I understand you want to try different things, but this is great. So I'm at the home stretch here. Come on. I'm gonna just finish off this last boss. It's the first boss in the game. Incredibly easy. It's just, the bosses are pretty easy. The only one I had trouble with was Ripper Roo, but once you get his pattern down, it's much easier. So here you go. So you gotta jump on him. But yeah, I just figured I'd show this game off. I'm not gonna show the second and third ones because it's like, I don't want to just spoil it for everybody. Like, I want you guys to go out there and experience it yourselves. But yeah, if you're on the fence about getting this, highly recommend it, especially if you're like from the PS1 era and you're looking for like a platformer on PlayStation 4. This is definitely it. Go for it. Highly recommend it. Can't recommend it enough. It's fun as hell. But yeah, and it's only $40. You get this is a awesome collection, well worth the money. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, try it, play it. It's fantastic. I'm still playing it. I'm almost done with part one. Can't recommend it enough. And yeah, if you have any awesome Crash Bandicoot memories, comment below. Would love to hear your stories. But yeah, hope you guys have a great day and enjoy this game. Go out and get it. Awesome.